So we're here with Justin Ashley. Justin, you're leading the point standings right now. It's been a heck of a year so far. How would you assess the season to date?
Yeah, I think it's been a really big success for us. I mean, it's early on. We're only 6 races in, and we got 20 races throughout the year, but so far so good. When you think about having a few wins in such a short period of time, especially being how good the top fuel field actually is this year, I think it speaks volumes to the team. So we got a long way to go, but we'll continue to put in that work. But I think so far, it's definitely been a success.
And it seems like every time your name's mentioned, it's his reaction time is really, what is it that kind of makes your reaction time so good? What do you work on with it? How do you make it so it's always that talking point of you have to be Justin Ashley by doing that?
Well, I think it's a combination of things, right? It's easy to point to the drivers because that's what it looks like, but there's so much that goes into it, right? It's okay, the driver has to react, but in addition to that, you have to have a fast car that also reacts quickly off the starting line. It also depends on where you stage in the process. So there are a number of different variables that go into it, but I'm constantly doing different things to try and improve in that category because everybody is doing that. Everybody's trying to improve in that category because these cars are separated by such small margins now that everything matters, and reaction time today is so much more important than it's ever been before. So I'm grateful that I've been able to cut good lights so far, but I'm just working to stay on top of it and try and find ways to improve.
And I know we talked before the season of just the differences between, obviously you brought your whole team over with SCAG now as kind of like the canopy over you guys. Now that you've kind of had some races to kind of go through the motions, and how can you see just the difference in, from last year and years past to this year, just with having SCAG as like the main partner?
It's great. I mean, a great example of that is in Chicago a few weeks ago. We had everybody from Metalcraft of Mayville, which is the parent company for SCAG Power Equipment, come out. I mean, we had over 700 employees in addition to the dealers and distributors that they have for SCAG Power Equipment come to the race. And it's just great to be a part of something that's so much bigger than ourselves. And they come out here every weekend with an intent and with a purpose, not only to win on the racetrack, but to win and show support for their dealers and distributors off the racetrack. So it's a culture thing, it's a people first thing, and to be a part of that is something really special, and I think it translates to the success that we found ourselves to have on the racetrack.
And for you, just when it comes to, you've been on top of the points, last year you were, and then obviously this year as well, how do you kind of handle having that target on your back? Because everyone's going to be gunning for that top guy.
Yeah, it makes it that much more difficult, right? It's when the expectations are high, it can become a little bit harder, but I think it's just about ignoring the outside noise, right? Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. And the truth is the expectations are high because we're doing something right. So everybody on our SCAG Power Equipment, Toyota Phillips team does what they can to put ourselves in a position to win, but we can never take anything for granted. You never know when you're going to qualify for your next race. You never know when you're going to win your next round or win your next race. So it's just about staying hungry. As my good friend Antron Brown says, stay hungry but stay humble. So that's kind of our approach, and that's where our focus is.